Okay, so when I was 10 years old, I was watching in this channel, number 4, Teleamazonas. And I was watching this movie, very famous movie. It took me all the afternoon. And I remember this quote. My mom always said that life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. So I really remember this quote because most of my philosophy comes from this quote, yeah? I really like to take challenges. I really like to take, sometimes the left path in order to seek for surprises in life, yeah? And with this, I want to talk to you about gifts. Not common gifts like ties in Father's Days, not like poems in Mother's Days. I want you to talk about unique, special, and something like not normal about holidays. Yeah. So maybe you have seen this. And this is Cristiano Ronaldo, and this is his statue. In 2017, at the airport of Madeira, Cristiano Ronaldo received his face in bronze. And look at his reaction. Yeah. So, why do you think unique gifts stand out? Well, first of all, because you don't expect them. Yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo is very nice, has lots of money, has lots and lots of fans, and he has this statue, his portrait. Yeah. So gifts stand out. Maybe it's not the best face of him, but it made the news. Everyone knows about this. So that is the reason why unique and unusual gifts stand out. And I am going to give you tips for finding unique gifts. First of all, creating something yourself. This is very cheap and this is very important for us college students that we paid lots and lots of money for this university. Create it yourself, yeah. Go to local markets. So here we see a guinea pig. For us in Ecuador, guinea pig are very delicious. But for foreigners, guinea pigs are very, very adorable. So if you look like a guinea pig, dressed like a monk, like a priest, like the president, like someone like is singing, it's a very unique gift if you are not from Ecuador and you're going from, to another country. Browse in specialty e-commerce. Now, any of you have any idea of that phone? No? Yeah, you know? Okay, so this was Adolf Hitler's phone. So if you go to Showbiz, that is this high-end mark auction firm, you will have bought this phone for around $360,000. Why? Because it's the second most lethal arm in the history. With this, Hitler sentenced to death almost 200,000 people. Very nice phone. Christmas. Now let's talk about holidays. First of all, Christmas is around the corner, 25th December. And the first gift I'm gonna give you the tip is an upgrade. So if you don't know, this is an Owala. It's not a regular drink bottle, water bottle. This is a $53 water bottle. Why? Because it keeps our drinks cold and it's very beautiful. It comes in a wide range of colors. It is popular in social media right now among the influencers. And that's it. I don't want to spend $53 in a water bottle, but it was a gift. So I appreciate it. And the next one is experience-based gifts. So this is a rock. And I was reading to Reddit and I saw that a coworker was always sending gifts to their coworkers. And they always asked for different things. And he always ended up sending them rocks. So one time a coworker said, I want a rock. And this coworker sent it with a little note and an elephant and flowers decorating it and said, I like to give you what you have been asking me for. And it is special because now it is holding papers in his desk. And every day, new customer says, I like that. Yeah. So it is pretty unique and many workers have them. For Valentine's Day. So maybe you don't want to go to the popular chocolate brand. Maybe you want to select this. In many firms, they have these options where you can select if you want dark chocolates, white chocolates, and many of those. You can customize your own. Another option is creating experiences, yeah? For example, going to the middle of the world, maybe you have some more budget, you could go abroad. Anyways, creating unique dates. For Mother's Day, if you don't know, this singer is Luis Miguel, and maybe most of your mothers would like to hear his voice live. They really like that. Or you could see this mother in a parachute day. So creating new experiences, that's what mothers like. If you don't have the budget, you can recall a tip from the beginning and do a gift by yourself. Now with fathers, it is very different. You cannot go wrong with a Batman cap, with a Batman cap. But that's a little bit funnier, yeah? So I was reading to Reddit, and one time a father was teaching something to his son, and in Father's Day he gave him a dictionary. Why? Because he misspelled a word, yeah? So the father joked, and it was a very beautiful gift from his son. Another thing that fathers like is hobbies. So for example, fathers like doing archery, but they don't like us to give them an arrow. They don't like me. They don't like us to give them something related. You could give them, for example, the best archery that, yeah, something related. Not the arrow, but the shirt. So for a spring day, in recent years it's become popular to give in a spring day yellow flowers. But don't come close to the norm. For example, a photo shooting at those yellow flowers could be another possible. And gifts with a cause. For example, some ONGs like WTF offer this gift, adopt a walrus. A walrus is this animal, very beautiful animal. And for $60, you are like adopting a walrus, not in real life, because you don't have the space for that. So they give you the chance to maintain their habitat, and in exchange, they give you certificates and a plush. Yeah? And the best thing you ever received is something that has meaning. If you haven't watched Breaking Bad, this is a character who has a lot of money, lot. And this is Walter White, who has no money. But in the university, they were classmates. And Walter White, because was a classmate of Elliot Semple, he gave him a noodle soup. Why? Because when they were broke, they were eating noodle soup for between midterms, yeah? And he really appreciated that. And in that episode, you see Elliot Semple open, I don't know, guitars and all cool stuff, and he says, maybe that's the best thing, the best gift I received that day. And encouraged to think outside the box. You know, you have to know the person in order to give them a gift. And you might use that information in order to have a wonderful experience giving someone. Thank you.
Okay.